With AI, the possibilities of immersive content experiences have just become manifold now.
Clearly, you can see how our LXP handholds Amy in every part of our skilling journey in a learner-centric and AI-native way, just like I told you.
Turo is our latest product that uses agentic AI to automate day-to-day tasks of L&D teams.
How do we ensure confidentiality of our customers' data, especially around the documents that they share to this tool?
I'd like you to see an immersive experience which is driven by or guided by voice interaction.
Hi, hope you've been enjoying SkillScape 2025. Thanks for staying with us. Earlier we spoke about how learning is not just an event or a destination or a platform. It's becoming a layer of work and actually a layer of life itself. In this new world, employees won't step away from their jobs to learn. Instead, learning will flow through their jobs. Learning will become perpetual, pragmatic, and highly personalized. This is the shift that we are building, a world where learning inherently becomes AI native. And by AI native, I don't just mean adding AI bolt-on features on top of an existing platform. AI can actually reimagine how people learn, grow, and perform. We've reimagined the foundations of a learning platform and how AI native can help us achieve this vision. It's about rebuilding the very foundation of how people learn, grow, and perform, where AI doesn't just recommend what people need to learn, it understands why people need it, how best they absorb it, and when it will make the maximum impact. Every moment of learning, be it a sales conversation, a factory shift, or a coaching call, should feel intelligent, contextual, and tailored to every person. How does that look inside Disprz? How does this translate to an actual product and a user experience? That is exactly what this segment is about. Over the next few minutes, you will see this innovation in action, and you will hear from the very minds that are shaping our product roadmap and transforming it into an AI native learning and upskilling solution. Let's first start with Vasant, who leads our LXP or skills building product.
Hi there, I'm Vasant. Today I'm really excited to show you how we have made Disprz LXP truly learner-centric and AI native. The goal of our LXP is simple, to help our learners achieve systematic upskilling. So how we do this? We give our users guiding tools which will help them achieve this in 3 simple steps. 1. Discover skills using AI. 2. Benchmark themselves on skills using assessments that are built in. And finally, carry out upskilling through personalized learning and projects. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like for Amy, who works as a data analyst in her organization. As soon as she signs in and sets basic preferences, something exciting awaits her. She can start discovering skills conversationally using AI. She can explore skills based on her role. And her day-to-day responsibilities. Based on her interest in leadership development. Or even her career aspiration for her next role in the company. Once she is done with discovery, we want her to prioritize a few skills to start working on. Again, AI can assist her on this and she can change it as she wants. So next pit stop for Amy, she's going to benchmark herself on her skills. She can launch an adaptive format assessment on a skill like Python and proceed to test her mastery on various topics under it. As you can see, the user experience is really gamified and the assessment automatically stops once we detect that she is at her level of proficiency in Python. There are also situational type assessments on some of our leadership skills, to help her measure her ability to apply her knowledge to real life situations. Based on simulations, our AI can actually grade how effectively Amy can handle them by evaluating her responses. These situational assessments can be great for assessments on skills like decision making, critical thinking, etc. In this fashion, Amy can go on to assess herself on her skills and uncover her proficiency levels along the way. In addition to this, her organization can also have her managers rate her and get a performance angle into the mix. Next stop for her is to proceed with her personalized learning. As and when she completes her assessment on skills, personalized learning recommendations will start to flow in so that she can begin her upskilling journey by enrolling for relevant content and completing them. We also surface AI generated projects and certifications on her skills to enable her in experiential learning, which we understand is an integral part of skills development. Clearly, you can see how our LXP handholds Amy in every part of our skilling journey in a learner-centric and AI native way, just like I told you.
Thanks, Vasant. That's fascinating. It really brings the philosophy of measurable AI native upskilling to life. The foundation of all of this is skills. This is a good time for me to bring in Shankar, who heads data science at Disprz. Shankar, you've been doing a lot of work on skills. Can you talk a little bit about the AI behind skills on the Disprz LXP?
Thanks, Subbu. Our LXP is powered by a skills framework that was built with the help of Gen AI. It's very comprehensive, covering 15 industries and 20 functions. Our content library is also powered by a Gen AI native model that tags every content to a relevant skill and proficiency level from this framework. We offer our clients the flexibility to plug into this existing framework, or they could bring their own frameworks, and our models will adapt to their schema. This system is what enables us to deliver truly personalized learning experiences at scale.
Content is an important part of upskilling experiences. And like I said at the keynote, the age of static content libraries is gone. With agentic AI, it is possible to create very engaging learning experiences and pathways at scale, tailored to your company and your learners. And we are excited to launch Turo, our latest product. Anjal, welcome to the Innovation Showcase.
Thanks, Subbu. Turo is our latest product that uses agentic AI to automate day-to-day tasks of L&D teams. Across customers, we have seen three common needs. Firstly, they want to convert their existing documents into learning content without losing the context. We have seen that customers have repositories full of PDFs, PPTs, and policy and training docs, but the content is dense, text-heavy, and difficult to consume. Secondly, if you don't have the content, then you want to generate something from scratch. And today, L&D teams want to generate content within minutes. And thirdly, not everything can be created from scratch. If you have existing content available with you, you can mix and match with the generated pathway and create a structured learning journey. Shall we convert a complex text-heavy document into a learning journey? Okay. So first upload the document, then choose what you want to create. You have two options, knowledge explainers and learn and check, which is essentially combination of explainers plus assessment. Within knowledge explainers, we have two formats. Talking head video. This is a high fidelity video where the instructor isn't a generic avatar. It can be a familiar face inside your company. Your onboarding video can be delivered by your head of HR, your CEO, or your sales leader. No long hours of recording or retakes. We clone their manners and the AI speak in their voice, naturally and convincingly. So your employees learn from a face they trust in a language they understand. But we didn't stop at the passive video consumption. With the interactive video, the learner can click, choose, and progress instead of just watching. And here's the breakthrough. During the video, a learner can raise their hand and ask a question to the AI. The AI is not a general purpose AI, it's trained on your company's knowledge base, your SOPs, policy docs, product manuals. So the answer is contextual, accurate, aligned with your organization's language and standards. It's like having your best trainer available 24/7 inside the video. And when it comes to assessment, apart from classic quiz and gamified assessment, we have simulations. In these simulations, the learner is dropped into a real life situation, a customer escalation, a safety breach, or a compliance dilemma. They must type or speak what they would do. The system evaluates on the fly based on decision making and critical reasoning. Instead of guessing answers from a list, they show what they would actually do. This makes assessment experiential, not theoretical. So the output from a complex text-heavy documents is not just a video or a quiz, it's a combination of these activities. A pathway intelligently stitched together with a talking head video, interactive video with AI Q&A, gamified quizzes, simulation and assessment. Every activity is deep rooted in instructional design, not random content generation. And the best part, you stay in control. AI does the heavy lifting, but every step is reviewed by human. You can review, edit, publish efficiently.
Thanks, Anjal. That was very interesting. Shankar, my next question is on privacy. While these tools are very powerful in terms of their ability to create these rich learning experiences, how do we ensure confidentiality of our customers' data, especially around the documents that they share to this tool, are maintained?
Data privacy and security are central to how we build. Clients' data is strictly isolated, ensuring complete separation across organizations. Our AI models are never trained on the user data. And wherever we use LLMs, we use the enterprise grade versions, ensuring complete data privacy. None of the prompts or the responses are used for training their models. So every piece of intelligence that you see on the platform is built securely, respecting enterprise privacy and compliance standards.
Thanks, Shankar. With AI, the possibilities of immersive content experiences have just become manifold now. Like Anjal showed, you can now talk to a video instead of just a video talking to you. But let's now take a look at some truly high fidelity AI native learning experiences that are now possible. Let me bring in Prasad to showcase some of these truly AI native immersive learning experiences. Hi, Prasad.
Hello. So until now, the main formats of learning content were videos and SCOM packages, and we know that they are generally linear in nature and they are very passive. You may ask about what about simulations? But it's very hard to build truly immersive simulations. We are now stepping into a type of content which is generated by AI, is built for AI interaction, and is also evaluated by AI. I'd like you to see an immersive experience which is driven by or guided by voice interaction. And you'll actually see that every part of that, which is the text, the audio, the video, the navigation, the feedback, all that is actually powered by AI. And the learner actually not only understands the correct procedure of doing the exercise, but also understands what could go wrong and how his or her responses should be. So here's an example of from housekeeping for the hospitality industry.
Hello, welcome. Today we will practice the housekeeping lost and found SOP. Please begin with step 1. You are servicing a just checked out room and you find an item on the bedside table. According to the SOP, what is your first action?
I'll try to identify the nature of the object that's been found, whether it's jewelry, or it is cash, or it is a passport, or anything else.
Good start. Remember, step 1 says to carefully inspect for any identifying information like a name or room number. Also, handle the item with care and use gloves if needed. Can you describe exactly what you see on or about the item? Is there identifying info? And will you wear gloves?
There's no identifying information, and since it's jewelry, I don't think it will require gloves.
Thank you for explaining. Jewelry can sometimes carry germs or contaminants, so it's safer to wear gloves when handling it. Let's go ahead and put on gloves before you proceed. Now that you have identified the item and put on gloves, what will you do next according to the SOP?
I'll try to store it in a safe place and call the supervisor and inform the supervisor.
Good that you will notify the supervisor. However, the SOP says to notify the supervisor or front desk immediately after identifying and handling the item before storing it. So, first notify the supervisor.
Thanks, Prasad. These possibilities are indeed very, very exciting. But I have a question for you, Shankar. How do we ensure these simulations and these voice agents use company-specific knowledge and they do not hallucinate and it doesn't speak from the knowledge base of the large language model itself?
The AI references real company material, products, product guides, SOPs, manuals, to come up with scenarios, responses, and evaluations. So what learners experience is realistic, contextual, and most importantly, completely aligned with the company's own knowledge base.
Now that we've seen how the intelligence comes from the skills layer, how engaging content experiences can be built, including AI native ones, let's talk about the learner experience itself. Sid, why don't you talk about the learner copilot that you've been building?
So when in today's world, learners have access to a plethora of content, courses, documents, videos. It's but natural, they get confused about where to start from. Once they start, they can get confused about whether they are learning the right thing or not, or whether they are understanding what they are learning or not. So in such a scenario, just imagine if they have a personal guide, who can understand their needs, their strengths, their goals, and their struggles, and can accordingly guide them towards learning in a better way. So that's where our AI copilot comes in. Okay, now let's dive a little deeper and see what the AI copilot can truly do.
Yep.
The copilot helps the learners identify what they need to learn based on a number of factors like their role, urgency, progress, skill gaps, and many other factors, and then guides them towards the most relevant learning steps. After they have discovered the right content, it also helps them understand the content better. For example, it's normal for the learner to hit roadblocks while learning. The copilot can understand the context of what's there on his or her screen and helps them right there in the flow of learning. The learner can just ask a question and it instantly explains, simplifies, or connects it to real world examples, all without breaking his or her rhythm. Furthermore, the copilot can also provide personalized and comparative insights, showing the learner how they are progressing, what's improving, and where to focus next. Additionally, sometimes learners have questions that go beyond what's on the screen. The copilot doesn't just give you an answer, it shows you exactly where in the learning journey that answer lives. It explains clearly and takes you right to the moment in the content. Wait a second, it doesn't end there. This can extend to well beyond the LMS. Shankar, over to you.
Thanks, Ed. Deep search is a feature that we are really excited about. With this feature, learners can ask a question in plain natural language and they get back a precise answer based on the company's own content. Whether it's a policy document, product manual, or a long training video, the system retrieves relevant section of the content and generates a precise answer. Features like this can be accessed directly within Disprz, within any enterprise LLM, or even from your company's own LLM powered tool. Now let's look at a quick demo. Here I'm using the ChatGPT interface, which is connected to an MCP server that securely accesses Disprz's own internal documents. When I ask a question, Deep Search pulls the relevant section from a document or video and gives an accurate, context-aware answer grounded in the organization's actual data.
Wow, that's very exciting work across the board. What you've just seen is just a glimpse of what's ahead, where learning becomes invisible, intelligent, and fully integrated. Essentially, a layer of life. I invite you to join hands with us in building the future of learning together. Thank you.